This has been my experience of how a natal sun-pluto, whether it's through squares and oppositions, often tends to manifest in one's life. No matter how comical, light, spontaneous or gentle one with this aspect may commonly appear to those around them, given by other elements of the personality, these individuals, and at least sometimes those closest to them, know there is much more intense, consistent, unwavering elements at play on a very core level. These people themselves know full well what it's like to have the forces of the outside world become so overwhelming that they learn early how to be self-managed, self-motivated and self-reliable, provoking within a strong need to be perceptibly in control. The feeling of being truly safe and at peace is hard for these personalities to come by, as no matter how content and satisfied you or they may be for a moment, there is an innate fear it is to be taken away from them almost instantly. So before the process of ending and separation occurs, they either take action by pushing or running away, or destroying whatever it is they are connecting to or creating first. In a sense, it is beating the opposing force to it. But in essence, in reality, this behavioral process often becomes self-sabotaging, and the raging need to be in control cancels out many chances for true intimacy, nurturing and sustenance from connections in the outer world, which on a very deep core level is what's being sought after. There is an innate perpetual conflict occurring when it comes to the solidification and assertion of one's identity and the right to have a concrete sense of self in the vastness and transient nature of life. Earthly personalities are exponentially more stubborn with this aspect, and changeable personalities have a strong element of rigidity which may only be displayed when push comes to shove. The unsettled feeling that comes from almost neglecting proper nourishment and obtaining sustenance gives a persistent need for further change, further grasping, clinging, obtaining. It often seems like one cannot rest, can never be satisfied, is always fighting with their own chance at peace and self-expression, no matter how strongly they wish for this. I wrote this about 4 years ago, and although I don't have this natal aspect personally, this theme is very common in my lives by who I consult with, my own family. From my perspective, and my perspective only, the main way to channel this energy and this innate need for truth and knowing and complete control literally comes from its polar opposite, that of completely surrendering. Far less about surrendering to any one person or one culture, but more or less surrendering to the core callings of the soul. Surrendering to knowing that there is something far more intelligent, far more loving, and far more sustaining than what your conscious mind can provide, that is both within you and beyond you. Plugging into this part of you it is the way in which what people can consider their higher self acts. It is this self, this component of your psyche, when it has the ability to take charge, often in a very loving and caring way, is the way in which your soul can evolve, progress, and connect in leaps and bounds. Hope this was helpful. Bye.